A record 82% of consumers reported that it's a bad time to buy a home. So this is a survey from Fannie Mae's Home Purchase Sentiment Index, which is short the HPSI, and essentially it's signaling greater pessimism that people have in general at large towards buying a home and the conditions for which it takes to buy a home.
Yeah, I mean, we're having home prices are way higher than before. So that doesn't make it any easier. And so therefore, you're going to be skeptical and say, well, how much more can homes go up, in value? They're just not going to go. Then you have our mortgage rates. We continue to have such a great time with that. It just keeps the market is
risen. Yeah, so 82% of consumers reported that it's a bad time to buy, which is a new survey high. So that's already bad. Hey, we're number one for the wrong reason, and it's up from 78% in June, which was just a month prior to when these results came out. So it's already it's highest, and now it's going in the wrong direction. And I want to read this from Doug Duncan. Doug Duncan, Fannie Mae Senior Vice President and Chief Economist. Doug Duncan, Fannie Mae's Senior Vice President and Chief Economist, says, while consumers are reporting confidence in the components related to their personal financial situations, it's unlikely we'll see housing sentiment catch up to other broader economic confidence measures until there is meaningful improvement to home purchase affordability.
Jeez.
Yep. That is quite the admission, especially given the fact that he's his Senior VP and the Chief Economist for Fannie Mae.
Yeah. Well, there it is. I think that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
He said it all.
Well, and then, he followed up with this. Unsurprisingly, consumers continue to attribute the challenging conditions to high home prices and unfavorable mortgage rates. Further, the share of consumers expecting home prices to continue to rise has also been on a steady climb since March, which may only add to perceptions of unaffordability.
Yep.
What do we do, guys?
And I mean, I'm hearing it. I mean, a lot of people, they want to get in the market. They want to buy a house, but then when they see the payment at a condo that they're buying for $500,000 with a 350 HOA and they're close to $4,500 to $5,000, they're like, well, wait a minute. That's like a whole yearly salary I'm paying right here. And then on top of that, I still have cost of living. It really makes them double think whether it's something that they want to do or not at the present moment. And I feel that's where it comes down to, where it's, you really have to have that plan and have that responsibility that if you want to take this payment on, you better have an exit strategy or really good, plan of how you're going to be able to, weather these waters. But there's opportunities in any market.
Of course. I mean, you got the mortgage payment as 45, but then you're also paying 36 for a 2-bedroom. So you're kind of like, it's a catch-22.
And then next year it goes up a little bit. So it's like, how much more until it makes more sense to be able to purchase and then pay the difference?
It's kind of like getting your solar, right?
Yeah.
Do I lock in my energy bill now for the next years and it only goes up like 2% my solar? Kind of like taxes go up a little bit. Mm-hmm. So your payment gradually goes up a little bit. With your homeowner's insurance will also go up a little bit. Yeah. That's the only thing. But the rate and all that, it's going to be a 30-year fix. So that doesn't have much bearing on the payment going higher. Mm-hmm. So you're pretty much set with that. When you're renting, obviously we already know they can rent, the landlord can increase your rent by 5 to 10%
and
more.
They do.
Yeah. Every year. And they do. So that's why it's like almost similar to solar. Do you lock in your payment now? Or do you risk the chance?
I'm gonna make a statement. So if we're saying that consumers are saying that things aren't gonna get better, what do they think that's gonna happen with homeowners that are that rent out their houses to other people? Do you think they're gonna just be like, oh, it's cool, I locked my payment in? No, they're gonna try to raise their prices as well, because everything's going up. So then again, it goes down to, are you okay paying down someone else's mortgage and helping them build a long-term financial stability, or do you want to do that for yourself and your family, that although maybe right now it might be a little bit of a sacrifice, but down the line 10, 15 years, even 5, you'll be in a way better position or a different position than what it was today because you took that step. And it was actually, I admire a client I met this past weekend where he purchased in 1999, only made a refinance in 2004, and has held his property, a duplex in a single house, since then. So he's full of equity and he's ready to basically take advantage of it. And he's like, I've just been paying my mortgage every year, doing what I got to do. I show up to work, I pay down my mortgage, my duplex is getting paid down. He's like, I just know that it's time for me to basically take my investment. And he wants to go to Oceanside, Carlsbad, and North County. So I'm like, you can with this,
Yeah.
And I told him, I wish that a lot of people took that sacrifice at a young time, buy, hold, because look at, now you're going to be able to transfer this over to your family, your kids.
You said the key word right there is sacrifice.
Yeah.
Everything that we do in life comes with the sacrifice. So you got to start making the decision now. And it's just, you take action now or just wait for later, and that's it. So
100%.
So 64% of the respondents of this survey believed it was a good time to sell, while 36% said it was a bad time to sell, which is interesting because, first of all, I wish that 64% that believe it's a good time to sell would translate into inventory, which clearly is not happening, right? So a little observation there from good old Andy. But also, I think that's the separation of the idea of it being a good time to sell versus the reality of wanting to sell.
Yeah.
Because of what we talked about before. If you're a seller right now, the second that deal closes, you're a buyer tomorrow.
That's it.
And then people are hesitant to be a buyer on this side when they're sitting on a sweet deal right now.
So I think that 36% is people that don't have that much equity in their house.
It could, it could be. It could be for a variety of reasons.
It goes back. If you have that equity, you can basically go buy another house. If you transfer your equity over, your payment's going to basically come as low as possible, so you don't have to basically go towards the high payment, the high rate. I mean, you'll still have the high rate, but thankfully, because you have that equity from your other property, if you structure it correctly, use some of those funds to make your loan make sense, bring down your rate, you can have that payment that you want.
Again, the best cliche has been, don't marry the rate, marry the home.
Marry the home, date the rate.
Well, I want to.
They come and go. They come and go.
I want to close with this a final thought for this article, which is, there's a group that they have, which is called the Economic and Strategic Research Group, a part of Fannie Mae, that expects overall home sales in 2023 to remain near the lowest annual level since 2009. And that caught my attention because 2009 was not a banner year for real estate. So if we needed another warning shot across the bow of what's ahead for the fall and the winter, and maybe the beginning of 2024 for real estate, I think it is that. Prepare for very little inventory.
I was just getting into high school in 2009.
Yeah.
2009.
Okay, next topic.
I mean, hey, this is crazy. So, do you guys know what the median sales price in San Diego's been?
Is it what it is? 2023? It's like $809,000, something like that.
809. Take a guess. Higher.
$999.
890.
Okay. Oh, 890.
890.
I had them in the wrong pace. Okay.
Yeah,
809. You're dyslexic.
Guys, that's pretty crazy.
That is.
And here I was. I just thought I was colorblind.
Yeah. Do you guys know
You're
the
blind too?
Do you guys know where the most expensive area is at?
In San Diego? I would say Rancho Santa Fe.
Okay, good.
Mount
Good guess.
Carmel?
Pretty close. No, La Jolla.
La Jolla.
Yeah. Average is
The Jewel.
2.8. Yeah.
Oh, average. Oh, okay. All right.
The average is
makes
2.8
sense.
right there. You know, it's. I'm just thinking like Rancho Santa Fe. They're probably not selling either right now.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be inventory, paltry inventory across the board. So
Exactly.